Manchester United is taking on a side which goes by names of Leicester City, and they are playing away at Leicester City. Remember, they played their second away game against Southampton and they won by 1-0. And obviously, we are playing our third away game before we host Arsenal on Sunday at Old Trafford. And as you know, we are here to break this down and tell you what we think Erik ten Hag's team is going to look like as far as this side is concerned. But remember, smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and guys, we are left with just 400 subscribers to hit 8,000 subscribers. Guys, endeavor to go down there and hit the red button that has the word subscribe, and after subscribing, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel. The channel is called United Matters channel. You guys are really amazing and you're really viewing these videos for very many times, and today I really want to let you know that you guys are great. You guys are great and doing a very great job. So let's get into the match preview. Don't expect the following players to be part of the team. Antony Martial is out. Remember, he even missed out on the game of Southampton that we won 1-0. Which other player? Antony Martial is out. Tuanzebe is out. Phil Jones is out. And Brandon Williams. Those are the 4 injuries currently going at United. Now, apart from those, we have a return of one player who goes by names of Victor Lindelof, is returned to training, and maybe the manager might consider him to make the bench of Manchester United as they play a side which goes by names of Leicester. So, Antony is out. He's not going to be playing today because documents are not yet done, especially things concerning the work permit and visa. We expected him to to be part of the United team, but obviously he has not. And the reason as to why United went in early enough to go on and really get it done was that the LDVC transfer window closes today. So if at all they never got it done by Monday, then it would have been a different source altogether, and it would have been another hectic deadline day for this deal to happen. But obviously, the manager has told us that Casemiro is here and very many other players. So with all those available, allow me flash my predicted lineup of Manchester United onto your screen such that we can go through it and know who is going to be playing where and who is going to be playing which side for you. I expect changes to be made by the manager. Obviously, the system is going to stay the same. It's a 4-2-3-1. 4 defenders, 2 central defenders, and 2 fullbacks with a double midfield pivot playing in front of the back 4 to give them a very good shield. In front of them, it's a central attack midfielder, and then 2 central attack midfielders, two wide attacking midfielders plus a centre forward in there for you. As you see there, I really believe that De Gea is going to start in goal. Dubravka has not been made official, and maybe sometimes will come in the Premier League games because he's a ball playing goalkeeper and he's loved by Erik ten Hag. So David De Gea having a very quiet game in the game of Southampton because the back 4 really gave him a shield that he really deserved, and no shots really came onto the goal area of Manchester United that deserved him to really pull up a textbook save or a world save. It was really on his day, and he kept the first clean sheet of the season. Remember, we had conceded 7 goals before we went into the game of Southampton, but obviously it's really a very good shift of a team that had conceded 7 goals in the previous 3 games, and now we never conceded not even a single goal. That's a very good work put in by David De Gea, and obviously we expect Diego Dalot to start off the right back at Manchester United because I don't believe in a game like this you can bring in Aaron Wan-Bissaka and start. Just why the reason that Erik ten Hag is really trying to move Aaron Wan-Bissaka on to get Serginho Dest is a sign that shows you, or a signal that shows you that he does not trust in this man, obviously. So that's why Diego Dalot, who registered an assist against Southampton that saw Bruno Fernandes bag it into the back of the net, is back into the starting 11 of Manchester United, and obviously Luke Shaw, to me, I really believe that he's going to be given a chance. As going into play a team which goes by names of Arsenal, Tyrell Malacia has proven that he's the first choice left back of Manchester United, but the manager might do an interchange. Some of the changes they expect him to do is that of Luke Shaw. I expect him to come in and really play Luke Shaw into this area because he's really a very good player, but he needed a wake-up call, and the manager needs to see, has he adapted to what he really wants him to see play? That's the big question the manager is going to see tomorrow, and Luke Shaw has the answers to provide. And we'll see by the end of the game whether Luke Shaw has really gone ahead to put in the answers into that game of football when he plays against a side which goes by names of Southampton. Let's go to the central defenders. The central defenders, we are having Lisandro Martinez and obviously Rafael Varane. I don't believe that is going to change them because when you look at a side which goes by names of Leicester City, it has fast forwards. Jamie Vardy, amid his age, he's still a fast forward, and they really look like they want to play that ball over the top, and he runs into space. And guess who can track them? It's Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane because they are quick central defenders, and obviously Harry Maguire, you expose him to such a team, and while playing a high line, you are in to conceding very many goals. That is Harry Maguire. So I believe, however much Lindelof has coming through, I think Lindelof will even get a start faster than Maguire in the Premier League. For the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the UEFA Europa League, I 100% know that it's really going to be a man who goes by names of Maguire and Lindelof playing into the Carabao Cup, UEFA Europa League. That's where they're going to be playing. But the ideal starting lineup of United, all centre-back, central defense partnership for United, is always going to be Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane because they put in a shift. They got the manager 3 points against Liverpool. They closed Liverpool down very well. They went ahead to get more 3 points against Southampton, and the clean sheet was kept. And obviously, there is no way a manager can change a winning team. And something I know about Erik ten Hag is that when he really gets a winning partnership, especially in the central defense or in the midfield, he rarely changes it. So we are here to see what is going to happen into that central defense partnership. I don't really believe that Harry Maguire is going to come in through and really start. I really believe he's going to stay with Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. That's the back four of United, but I will expect Malacia to get a rest because we are playing Arsenal over the weekend. And now, Casemiro came in through and played 10 minutes against Southampton, and I don't really believe that he is going to be benched again. I think he's starting into this game of football at Leicester City. Why? Leicester City's midfield has been Freddie Ndidi. They have Yuri Tielemans. They're having there is another guy known as Soumare, and I really believe that you need to control the midfield immediately from the word go, because you don't want to give them a chance like how we did to Southampton. We need to go on and really put up a press that is really relentless and play a high line into this game of football. When you're having Casemiro, obviously you expect him to be playing well and covering the back four, and that will help us to really play a high line with the pace of Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane, knowing that Casemiro is a destroyer. He breaks play of the opponent every time the opponent tries to transit towards ourselves in here for you at Manchester United. So let's get into another player that I really believe that is really going to start in this position. I really believe that Freddie is going to start, all Danny Van Beek. I believe Eriksen is going to be rested. Eriksen is going to be rested because he has played very many games since the game he has been playing for United since the opening game of it when we lost to Brighton. He played against Brentford when we lost 4-0. He played against Liverpool. He played against Southampton. I think you need Eriksen more in the game of Arsenal, and you have players that can come in and really get it done. And obviously, which players do you have? There is Freddie, there is Lindelof, there is Freddie, there is Danny Van Beek, and there is another player who goes by names of Donny van der Beek and Scott McTominay. So out of those, I really believe that rotation is starting from Luke Shaw. Then in the double midfield pivot, Casemiro is starting, and obviously Freddie is starting in that position, all with a player who goes by names of Danny Van Beek. I really believe that one of those two players are really going to go on and really start into that 11 of a team which goes into that double midfield pivot of a side which goes by the names of Manchester United. Danny Van Beek has not always been used in the for you, and I really believe that the reason as to why the manager has not been using him is simple, because he has not been having a very good CDM, because the manager has no ways of benching Bruno Fernandes, because he has a lot of stats and He puts in a lot of work rate. There is no way you go in and really bench him in. That's why he really starts him ahead of the double midfield people. But the presence of Casemiro can really help a man who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag to start Danny van Beek in a midfield three of him and another man who goes by the names of Bruno Fernandes, who scored a goal against Southampton, and we obviously won by 1-0 with a beautiful cross brought in by a player who goes by a beautiful cross brought in by a player who goes by Diogo Dalot, whom I expect to start in this game too. So I expect United to stand like that in the midfield. That is the midfield three in there for you. And Rashford is expected to start off the left attacking side of the midfield. Amidst him not having a very beautiful game against Liverpool, against Brentford, against Brighton, against Southampton, 100% believe the manager still has a lot of belief in him. And United not signing in Cody Gakpo really sends us a message that the manager is going to use Rashford a lot in a game like this. And the manager really believes that he shouldn't change very many of these players because they've not yet hit the ground running. And Rashford is one of those to start off the left attacking side of midfield. Sancho, who did a very good pass to a man who goes by names of Diogo Dalot and really brought in a very good cross that found Bruno Fernandes, who was unmarked, and tapped the ball in the back of the net against Southampton to get us that 1-0 win. Is expected to start off the right with Antony, one of those that comes in through to play that position, especially in the game against Arsenal. Obviously, in this game, we expect Sancho to get him and do the goodies or the important things for the club. And obviously, the other change I expect, Ronaldo. I expect Ronaldo to start in this game of football as United plays a side which goes by the names of Leicester City. No story has come out indicating that Ronaldo is leaving Manchester United. Even when I check right now on my Twitter, no story is coming in showing us that Ronaldo is going to be out of United. No team has come in through to do the needful either for you, and obviously they are really waiting for nothing to come in through and get out. Ronaldo is here to stay. Even Fabrizio Romano has just told us that there will be no movement around Victor Osimhen and Manchester United before the deadline. Rumors in there for you, and the only way United can let Ronaldo go out is when a man who goes by names of Victor Osimhen really has been allowed and given green light to cross to Manchester United, and United doesn't have that money because they value Victor Osimhen at 120 million euros, meaning that United can value Ronaldo at 20 and have to go in and really pay 100 million euros to get in Victor Osimhen, something that United are not really willing to do into this game of football. So Ronaldo is expected to start because this time round, no rumors, nothing of him leaving, and obviously Ten Hag can really get him a start into his team of football that is going to face Leicester City. So, how many changes do we expect? Luke Shaw for Malacia, Danny van Beek Alfredi for Scott McTominay, then Ronaldo for Marcus Rashford, all Antony Elanga. So, those are the three changes I expect in the game of United as we play a side which goes by names of Leicester City, a team that has really conceded very many goals. When I look at them, they've conceded 10 goals. In their first game they drew with Southampton 2-2. They conceded 2 goals. In the next game they played against Arsenal, they conceded 4. Those are 6. They conceded... No, they played with Brentford 2-2. They conceded 2 against Brentford. They conceded 4 against Arsenal, that is 6. They went ahead to concede more 2 goals against Southampton, and they conceded 2 against Chelsea. So they've conceded 10 goals in their games they've played. In the 4 games, they've conceded 10 goals. So it will be so much ashaming that we don't really go ahead and really put in a shift to beat a side which goes by names of Southampton, because for us, we started conceding in very many goals. But as the season went on, we've reduced on the number of goals we've been conceding. We conceded 2 against Brighton. We went ahead to multiply by 2 the goals we conceded against Brighton in the game of Brentford, and we conceded 4. Those are how many? 6. You get? Being 6 into the match, into the game of football. After getting 6 goals in 2 games, we went to Liverpool, we conceded 1. And by the time we conceded, we had already scored 2 in the for you. But remember, the previous games, we were conceding fast. This time round against Liverpool, we scored 2 goals, and Liverpool came in and got in 1 goal. Southampton came in through and really didn't score against us, and we went ahead fast. And guys, that we are really undermining Southampton. Did you see the game yesterday against Chelsea? Chelsea was beaten, was battered by Southampton, and it's not always an easy ground to visit, but United went in there and really got a win, and Bruno Fernandes was on the score sheet. So it shows you lots of changes between United and Leicester City. Leicester City are increasingly conceding very many goals. United is decreasingly conceding the goals they used to concede at the beginning of the season. And secondly, what makes this game hard is that Brendan Rodgers is one of the managers that is nearing the brink of being sacked from the club. You get, out of the 4 games has played, has just gotten 1 point. So he's going to be at King Power Stadium. He's going to pull out all the energy to come in and attack United left, right, and center. And obviously, we'll be waiting to see what is going to be happening for a team which goes by the names of Manchester United in this game of football as they take on a side which goes by the names of Leicester City. Leicester City is going to be like a beaten steak in there for you. You know when a snake is beaten, oh, whatever it finds just really bites in there for you. So that is what Leicester City is going to be like, and I think Erik ten Hag knows the best thing to go in there for you. But before we sum this up, there are things I really want to let you know about this encounter. I want to bring you stats via BBC. They are telling us that Leicester City and United have played 32 Premier League games in total. 4 wins for Leicester, 19 wins for Manchester United. United really has a very big age. 31 goals scored by Leicester. United has scored times 2, 66 goals. 2 clean sheets kept by Leicester, and United has kept 14 clean sheets in the game of Leicester. So that is what BBC is telling us about a team which goes by the names of Manchester United, as far as playing a side which goes by the names of Leicester is concerned. Then we have another update coming in from BBC. They've told us that Leicester are unbeaten in their past 4 league games against Manchester United, with 2 wins and 2 draws, last having a longer such run against them between 1972 and 1997. I still remember these games like yesterday. The losses we made a loss against a side which goes by the names of Leicester City at their home. The game ended 4-2. Harry Maguire gifted a lot to remember, and the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. Then we played on Tuesday with our second string side because the game was supposed to be playing on Sunday against Liverpool. Fans of United rioted or demonstrated, and the match was postponed. And we played 2 games in 48 hours. You get? So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer fielded his second string side to play Leicester, and obviously Soyuncu came in and really scored the winner for Leicester City at Old Trafford. Those are the 2 wins they've really gotten recently. And the draws, I remember that one that was around Christmas, 26th. We were ahead twice, and they leveled us twice. Bruno Fernandes, I think, scored the opener. Then Rashford gave us a lead, and obviously we bottled it up. So those are 2 wins and 2 draws, meaning that in the last 4 games we played against Leicester, we've not yet won against them, but you know why we lost. It's about having a manager who was playing pragmatic football. And talking about that manager, Fabrizio Romano told us yesterday that Bournemouth has contacted Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and you might see him on the touchline again managing a Premier League side. That is what that's why Fabrizio told us. Then BBC is telling us that United lost this exact fixture 4-2 last season. They've not lost consecutive away league visits to face Leicester since 1976. So we've not lost away consecutively to Leicester since 1976. I really believe that tomorrow we are really fetching a win at King Power Stadium. I really believe it, and I see it going to happen at a side which goes by names of Leicester. I know we are going there to fetch what we call a super win, because our team is really so much good. To lose to Leicester, a struggling side and a team that is at the bottom of the table. Then we've been told that United have scored in each of their past 26 league games against Leicester City, only against Fulham 27 between 1964 and 2009, and Arsenal 30 between 1953 and 1968. Have the Red Devils had longer scoring streaks in their league history? So we've scored very many goals against a side which goes by names of Leicester. That is another reason to send you out there with a lot of a confidential start into that game of Leicester. Then lastly, we've been told by BBC that United have won 10 of their 17 Premier League games played on Thursday, 59%, the best win rate of all teams to have played more than 5 games on that day. So when you're playing on Thursday, it's always something different. We always come in and really win well. So that is what they've told us today about a side which goes by the names of Leicester. So guys, tell me what you think about your prediction as far as this game of Leicester is concerned. I'm predicting 3-0. I know we're going to keep another clean sheet, and obviously we are going to be put to another level. And getting 9 out of the last 3 games we played will be the biggest way to start off this season, as we lost the first 2, but the next 3 we went ahead to win them in a very good style. Erik ten Hag trying to be that manager that is really leading us to these victories, and obviously Antony is going to be out of this game, and he told us that he's only going to be available in the game of Arsenal on Sunday. So may the Almighty God bless you abundantly. We sign out for now. See you later, but don't forget to subscribe to this channel and smashing the like button for close to 1,000 times on this video. Guys, I'm out. Let's see what is going to happen, but your reactions are welcome to the comment section below. Tell me your predictions. Who do you think? Who do you want to see in this starting 11 of Manchester United according to yourself, and which player do you think should be gotten out of this team? I've really predicted with my team in here onto United Matters channel. I sign out for now. See you later. Many games are really taking place, and let me go in and watch these games of football. I'm out.